The Moduline pick-and-place machine can either work on its own or be integrated into an SMD assembly line. Different menus are displayed on the monitor, permitting a dialogue with the operator. Thanks to its interactive electronic management, the Moduline is of easy access to the operator, and the necessary training is therefore reduced. The control of the machine is managed by 16 32-bits processors of the 68000 series functioning on VME bus. The storage of programs on floppy disks makes it possible at any time to recall and execute a previous work process. The coordinates of place points can be introduced directly by the terminal or in an easier way with the help of a digitizer table. This table allows a lot of time saving in the acquisition of coordinates, all the more since it can be carried out during the production of the machine. The coordinates for X and Y axes are entered hundredth by hundredth, and for the theta rotary axis, degree by degree. The XY pickup points coordinates are introduced with the help of a trackball, and the Z coordinate by means of a potentiometer. The same teaching cycle makes it possible to select 5 recentering heights of the component and to determine the placing height Z. The pressure exerted on both the component and the circuit can be considered as optimum. On option, a camera will facilitate and even accelerate this operation. Each pick-and-place module is equipped with 4 digital axes with DC motor. The positioning accuracy of the X and Y axes is assured by optical incremental encoders and the accuracy of the theta and Z axes by circular coders. The components are picked up by different pipettes adapted to their shape, thus ensuring a maximum efficiency. A vacuum detector controls the presence of the component during the pickup, as well as its absence after the placing operation. The peripheral feeders of components are fixed on 2 tables located on both sides of the machine. A large range of peripheral feeders is available, complying with all types of packaging, in bulk, in magazines, in tubes, in tape, or even in matrix plates. Two electronic boards, one on the front and one at the rear of the machine, allow access to the various functions and permit a permanent dialogue with the operator. The electronic and mechanical concept of the Moduline allows production rates of approximately 3,000 components per hour and per module, so that the two-headed execution will place 5,000 to 6,000 components per hour. In special execution, ISMECA is in a position to offer a Moduline with a lengthened frame and equipped with 4 placing modules. The pick-and-place modules work independently from each other. option, ISMICA proposes an input belt. This allows substrates to be stocked in order to regulate the production of the machine. The first module is equipped to receive a target detection cell to suppress the deposit of components on the defective substrates in case of multi-image process. The information is memorized and transmitted to the next modules. Should any doubts remain about the pickup of the components, this one is automatically ejected into a box provided for that purpose. Intermediate stations between working places allow time saving when transferring the substrates from one working place to another. This type of machine is meant for very high rate production, often requiring pick and place of special components. ISMICA's wide experience in feeding and assembly machines allows many requirements to be met. Large capacity vibrating bowls are specially designed for big components so as to provide the module line with the supply required by high rate production. This applies to this machine as well as to the others. The complete range of ISMICA feeders for surface mounted components can be installed on this machine. 8 or 12 mm tape feeders, convertible according to needs. 16 or 24 mm tape feeders, and 32 or 44 mm tape feeders. Linear feeders for components stored in magazines, 4.5, 9.5, 11 and 15 mm wide. Ski slopes for components in plastic tubes, and the back and forth feeders for components in bulk. The components mounted with the help of this machine are divided into several families. The first two modules handle all small components such as chips, SOT, SO. The third module handles TO and Sigma components. The fourth module handles IC and frames. The high rate of the module line requires a large supply of components. It's therefore necessary to create, according to needs, some additional loading systems such as this boat unloader. An XY table presents the component in pickup position. The picked component is reversed by 90 degrees and deposited on a conveyor belt. The component is then sucked and recentered by means of the recentering device like a normal component. Loading and unloading of the XY table are effected automatically, giving the machine a high degree of autonomy. Why is this machine so attractive? It remains standard even with special components. The sucking pipettes alone must be changed, and this is done automatically.